Hello and welcome to the fourth video in my Paladin leveling series where I show you how to level a Paladin from 30 to 80 in dungeons only. In this video, I'll be showing you how to level from 48 to 52 in Sunken Temple. Your talent points at level 48 should look something like this, and at 52, they should look something like this. We prioritize putting points into Touched by the Light before we get Avenger's Shield so we can maximize our consecration damage. As with all the other videos in this series, I'm going to assume that you have a little bit of money and some heirlooms to get your character started, and that you're buying things off the auction house to make sure that your character is powerful enough to complete these dungeons. I'll have a link down below so that you can view the character that I was using when I was in Sunken Temple, and you can check out the enchants and the gear and decide for yourself what you want to get. To start things off, I want to show you this cool little logout skip to teleport to the instance portal quickly. You can skip the underground maze and all of the mobs inside by logging out on a ledge just inside the temple. This is very useful when you have to run back to repair, or when you're coming here for the first time, or you went to train your abilities. It can save you a bit of time, and I highly recommend you make use of it. All you have to do is slowly inch your way off the ledge right when you come out of the water, and just be careful not to fall in the water. You just kind of want to look like you're floating right next to the ledge. Once you've got that down, go ahead and log out. Upon login, you'll appear at the instance portal. Once you've entered the dungeon and you're ready to go, you're going to make a sharp left and head up the spiral staircase. We'll be clearing the middle and the bottom layer of Sunken Temple as it creates a nice efficient path for us to follow. The strategy for Sunken Temple leveling is to clear 1 or 2 packs of Dragonkin at a time, focusing on the Nightmare Wanderers first. This is because they have an armor reduction debuff that you should look out for. If you get the debuff, you can start taking some pretty heavy hits, so you should be ready to use a cooldown if it starts looking like you might die. This dragon level of Sunken Temple is really not too difficult. There's not too much that you really need to look out for. The only time I ever really feel like I'm in danger is if I've pulled 2 packs and I start getting the armor debuffs. At level 48, I highly recommend you start with 1 pack at a time, but as you level up, you should probably start trying to incorporate more and more packs at once. With Sunken Temple, it is very possible to get these runs down to around 12 minutes, but you have to be moving really fast, so the faster you go, the faster you're going to level up. It should only take you roughly 2 clears of Sunken Temple to level up each time, so you really don't even have to do this place that many times. Sunken Temple is a great middle ground dungeon between Zul'Farrak and the next dungeon that we're going to be going to, so I kind of wanted to include it just in case people didn't want to stay in ZF until 52, as it does kind of drop off a bit and it can be kind of annoying to clear. Sunken Temple, however, is very easy and it's very straightforward. Not only that, but it's extremely good experience. You can easily pull 250 to 300,000 experience per hour in here, depending on how fast you're moving. Make sure you're pulling all the dragons that you possibly can. There are quite a few of them down the hallways, so you'll want to make sure that you go down each and every hall to make sure you get them all. The gameplay is exactly the same as it was before. Seal of Light, Judgment of Light, drop Consecration, keep up Holy Shield. It's same basic stuff. Really nothing is going to change until we get Hammer of the Righteous at level 60, so just keep doing the same thing and you should be able to clear this relatively quickly. Once you've got all the dragons dead, we're going to go ahead and jump in the big giant hole in the center of the dungeon. Obviously, make sure to use Bop so you don't die from fall damage, and you should land on a pile of mobs. Go ahead and pull them up the stairs and grab 2 at once. Unless you're level 48, then I'd recommend starting slow, especially if it's your first time in here. This level of mobs really has nothing to them. I believe all they do is melee. Some do, I think, have a poison debuff, but it's easily cleansable, so don't worry about that. Other than that, you just kind of want to take as much as you possibly can at once, and all we're going to do is slowly work our way around this bottom ring here. We're going to drag the mobs with us and pull them into the next group when they start dying off. I'm level 50 in this clip, so you can see I'm taking quite a lot of mobs all at once. Something that's really useful here is your Swift Hand of Justice is going to be healing you for quite a bit because there's these regular mobs with low health, and when they die, they're going to be restoring your health quite a lot. As you can see from the little timer on my screen, it's just like a little experience tracker weak aura that I found. We've only been down here about 10-11 minutes, and we've already got quite a lot of experience, and we've cleared almost everything that we're going to kill in the dungeon. This really is a super fast way to level, and it's very efficient, and I like it way more than questing, so I'm definitely having a lot of fun. Once you've cleared out the entire ring, we're just going to pull these couple of mobs in the hallway. Grab them if you want to, it doesn't really matter. We'll be using another logout skip to go ahead and exit the dungeon. This is much faster than running out. All we need to do is log out on another one of those ledges, kind of like how we got into the dungeon, or you can also log out on top of the clickable altar that you saw when you came up the stairs from the ring there. So either one works, just pick whichever one you think is easier. When you log in, you'll be at the portal and you can run out and reset and then come right back in. You should do this until you're level 52, and then we're going to be moving on to our next dungeon, which will be the next video in the series. If you're enjoying this series so far, make sure to leave a like on the video. It really helps me out, as well as subscribing to the channel if you're not already. Remember, I do have a Discord where you can come discuss different things about leveling and paladins in general, such as farming, boosting, those kinds of things. So check that out. The link is always in a comment down below. Thank you guys all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.